Now last time we had done burn that belly fat. Okay. Now I can see everybody is new here. None of you all were here. So we'll do a quick recap. Yeah, we'll do a quick recap, and then we'll move on. And plus there are some special exercises which Tauheed is going to demonstrate. He's a trainer. So he's going to demonstrate those exercises for your abs and your core muscles. I'll explain to you what all that is. Okay, now this is the aim. Alright, rules of the game. Now I want someone to read it out to me. Who will read it out? Okay. You can sit and read.
No processed foods. Avoid foods and drinks high in sugar. Avoid foods and drinks with high fructose corn syrup. Avoid food with trans fats.
Okay, this is all that we discussed last time. We've discussed this all about food, eating right.
Avoid excess salt intake. Avoid or reduce alcohol intake. Add proteins to your meals. Add fiber to your diet. Avoid or reduce stress. Proper sleep and rest. Active lifestyle.
Okay, so this is eating right and exercising. So that of course goes a long way in fighting your belly fat, your stomach fat. Now a lot of people just exercise and they eat wrong. Of course, all your wrong eating, 90% or at least I would say 95 or 99% of the times in people, it goes straight to your belly. So it's always you have to eat right. Eating right is very important. And besides, like I said last time, it's not just about food, it's not just about exercise, you also have to reduce your stress. Stress adds to your belly fat. Lack of sleep, sleeping at the wrong time, you know, some people sleep at 2 and 3, so sleeping wrong hours, that also, all that goes into adding belly fat. Eating right is a lifetime occupation. Alright, it's not like, a lot of times, like I've always said, people come to me for a diet and they say, for how long do we follow this? So the idea is, you know, according to them, they follow it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then they just go back and do what they want. That does not work. Okay, like I've always said, you have to change your eating style. It's a lifestyle change. It's not about following one diet. You have to know how to, you know, kind of incorporate even your favorite foods, some foods which may not be healthy, but you cannot like completely cut that out all the time, no? You have to know how to add a little bit of that into your diet, you know. And of course, along with this, eating right is a lifetime occupation. I will also say exercising. Okay, that is also a lifetime thing. It's not like 1 month you exercise. There are a lot of people who say, I went to the gym for 3 months and then I stopped. Why did you stop? I stopped. I mean, why? And then they say I put on weight again. So then you have to I explain to them, you know, that if you go for 3 months, maybe you had a particular weight in mind, you know, so you lost 10 kgs. That does not mean that after that you just switch off completely. Maybe after that, once you've reached your goal, maybe if you were going 5 times, 6 times, maybe you just maintain it. Maybe thrice a week you go, but you can't completely go off. Yeah, that's important. Alright, now we saw about eating, we saw about sleep, we saw about stress. Now let's discuss a little bit about the unusual suspects. You know, when we talk about belly fat, about abdominal fat, obesity, these things are not discussed so much, okay. One is your hormones, the bacteria in your digestive system, that's the gut bacteria, your digestive system.
You mean probiotic?
Yeah. There are good and bad bacteria. And inflammation. Yeah, these are the points we will cover today. Now hormones. Now which are the hormones where, you know, which are concerned, concerned with your weight. When you talk about weight, which are the hormones? Insulin, glucagon, leptin, ghrelin, growth hormone, cortisol, estrogen. Now let's take these two, insulin and glucagon. This is released, you know, like when is insulin released? When you eat something like sweet. Okay, that is the time when insulin is released, and glucagon is something which converts your sugar into glycogen. It's like a storage thing. Now when you eat a lot of sugar, if you eat like, there's an insulin spike, you've heard of insulin spike. which diabetics of course have to avoid. And it's not just diabetics, it's also people in general have to avoid. Okay, insulin spike is not a very good thing. Even people who want to lose weight, you cannot have an insulin spike, because when there's excess insulin, insulin is a hormone that likes to make fat. So your excess, whatever excess calories from your food, that is going to be stored as fat. It's not going to be used up for energy. Okay, so you should always aim to keep your insulin at a constant level, no spikes, avoid spikes. Leptin and ghrelin, we discussed this last time, but I'll get into a little bit into leptin. Now leptin is a hormone, it's called as a satiety hormone. When you eat, it kind of gives you that feeling of satisfaction after you've eaten. It's called as the master weight control hormone. Okay, so in some cases, in some people this leptin is not working properly. So those people tend to eat more. They're not satisfied, they tend to just keep eating, and that is the ghrelin that we talk about, this other one, ghrelin, that is your hunger hormone, which makes you hungry all the time. So if your leptin is not working, your ghrelin is, more of it is produced. Growth hormone, sleeping, enough sleep, sleeping on time, that's when your growth hormone is released, and this is the one that helps to burn fat, make muscles burn fat. Okay, so your metabolism is increased. Cortisol, the stress hormone. So extra stress in your body when, like when you're going through stress. Now when I was coming here, there's a little bit of stress. Oh, I have to talk, I have to give this talk. That kind of stress is okay. But that constant stress, when you're constantly stressed, now that is very bad for your system. Okay, that is the stress hormone, when it's released, cortisol, it makes you, you kind of have cravings, you end up eating the wrong things. It also causes insulin spikes, it also causes your glucose to rise. It could lead to a temporary insulin resistance. So this leads to, again, fat gain. Wherever insulin comes into the picture, excess insulin, there is fat gain. Then there is estrogen. Now this of course is not something totally in your control, especially in the case of women, when they go through menopause, the estrogen levels fall. So that's when there is the tendency to gain abdominal fat. But again, let me tell you, after having said this, let me again say that there are a lot of women who have come to me saying that, we have a lot of stomach fat. Ever since my menopause, my abdominal fat is increasing. See, definitely the play of hormone, it is there. But if you eat right, if you exercise, there's no reason why you cannot get rid of that abdominal fat. Maybe you may not get a completely toned stomach, what you had probably when you were 20, maybe not that, but then it doesn't mean that you have to keep increasing your abdominal fat. Even when you're at that menopausal age, or when you're going through menopause, you can still control it with the diet and of course the proper lifestyle, diet, exercise, and following a healthy lifestyle. Hormonal control, like I said, it's your diet. We just saw the hormones, insulin and glucagon, it's your diet. That means you do not have to eat high glycemic index foods, foods like high in sugar. All the time you cannot be eating that. That will cause too much glucose, release of too much glucose, and insulin, too much insulin. So you will end up gaining fat, especially fat in your abdomen. Sleep, we saw the growth hormone. Also, if you're not sleeping well, if you don't sleep well, you feel irritable the next day. You feel, you just probably sometimes eat unhealthy. There are cravings, unhealthy cravings. Same thing with stress and menopause. We just saw the function of estrogen. Okay, now what you have to be careful of, digestive system. It starts right from your digestion starts in the mouth. So when we are talking about proper digestion, it's also about chewing your food well. Okay, chewing your food well. If you do not chew your food well, if people talk while they're eating, so you tend to kind of also inhale, air. So that also leads to bloating. Then your food allergies. Food allergy. Now, we look at food allergy as, you eat something and, okay, this does not suit me, and okay, you kind of say, I will not eat this. Now, food allergy, there's a little more to that as well, Sometimes food allergy could also be like, where you are allergic to something, but maybe over a period of time, your body kind of builds a resistance and you actually start feeling better when you eat these foods. Yeah, so sometimes food allergy also causes that kind of addiction to a food. You know, it's not like, you know, a normal addiction like chocolate or something. Maybe certain food which you are kind of addicted and it actually makes you feel good. Sometimes allergies also could be that way. Plus allergy causes inflammation. I'll
Without any
discuss.
side effect, you mean
Yeah, sometimes it,
emotionally you feel good.
yeah,
The effect on body.
yeah, within, of course, it will act. And digestive disorders, like all your digestive disorders like heartburn, gas, you know, people have reflux, so all these somewhere they're all causing inflammation. Now what is inflammation? We'll have a look. Okay, I think we'll come to this. Alright, now normally when we say inflammation, we talk about inflammation in response to an injury, you know, when you get hurt or if you've pulled a muscle or something like that, you know, you feel a little pain, there's a little swelling, there's a little warmth in that area. So that is, we say, okay, there's inflammation, so you take an anti-inflammatory. Now that is an inflammation which is obvious, okay, an injury. But also, you know, when people who have arthritis, rheumatoid, not the osteoarthritis, that is also a kind of inflammation. You know, now that is, they are more obvious inflammation. Now that is when your system, your immune system, which is meant to protect you, sometimes it goes into overdrive. It kind of switches on and then it does not switch off. So it kind of attacks your own, you know, organs. Like I've had 3-year-olds, 5-year-old children, I mean, you know, they come, they have diabetes. How do they develop diabetes? I always find out, and it said, I mean, the parents will always say that he had high fever for a week. So something goes wrong, you know, the immune system, something goes wrong, and the immune system is attacking the pancreas now. Instead of, you know, immune system is said to protect you, but sometimes while it is protecting you, sometimes it goes into overdrive. And then it attacks the organ. So we are not talking about that kind of inflammation. What we are talking about is a silent inflammation, which, you know, you're kind of not aware of. Like he said, allergy. Mentally you may feel good, but within you don't know what's happening inside your body. So that is allergy. So I mean, that is the silent inflammation, you know, which you're not aware of. When you're overweight, when you're obese, there is a silent inflammation. Okay, there is something happening within. Also, what are the other examples of silent inflammation? Any of your digestive disorders also. Yeah?
And if you don't have enough antioxidant, then because of that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Now the reasons is, first thing is always your eating habits, your lifestyle. Okay, people eat the wrong foods. They eat food high in fat, saturated fat. They eat like fried things, trans fat. You know what is trans fat? You know, like what you find in all the bakery products, which is unhealthy. They eat foods which have like a lot of high fructose corn syrup, sweets. You have a lot of sweets made with that, or a lot of syrups you have made with that. So all these will cause inflammation. Okay, so this is your unhealthy lifestyle plus lack of exercise. When you exercise, it kind of cuts down the inflammation in the body. Then your food allergies, like I just said, your distressed digestive system. That means any digestive disorder. All these cause inflammation. These are all silent inflammation. Huh? Obesity. Now, how does obesity cause inflammation? See, it's a vicious cycle now. Inflammation causes obesity and obesity causes inflammation. You know, as your weight, you know, now a person who is like pretty overweight, now as sometimes these people keep gaining weight. Now as you gain weight, what will happen, you know, your fat cells are fixed in number. You know, when you're a child, when you're in your growing ages, you know, like till your teens, it keeps forming in that period. After that, when you gain weight, only the size increases. So as the size is increasing, sometimes it gets stretched, and then it may leak. Okay, it might kind of tear, and there might be a little leakage. So your immune system senses this again as an injury. So again, it sends out chemicals to correct that injury. So that is sometimes, I mean not sometimes, now that those chemicals that are released, no, by your immune system, that actually goes and your leptin that is functioning, you know, in a normal healthy person, the leptin functioning is affected. So the leptin working is, you know, even though there is leptin, it cannot control your weight. So it is like an insulin resistance. You develop something called as a leptin resistance. So even though there is leptin there, it's not functioning. So there's more and more leptin created. Okay. So this creates a kind of this inflammation also makes the person gain weight because there's no control over his eating. I told you leptin is the satiety hormone. So there's no control over the person's eating.
Then where that all leptin which is secreted, where that goes? That goes into a sort of
It's like how insulin will be floating around, no, in your blood that way.
same way.
Yeah, yeah. So effects of inflammation: leptin resistance, obesity, fat gain. Okay. And how do you reduce this? Exercise, eating right, improve your digestive health. How do you improve your digestive health? Again, eating right, exercise of course. Then avoid eating any one macro, overeating. There are some people who go on a very high protein diet or they go on a very high carbohydrate diet. You should never go on anything, excess of anything. Even though proteins are healthy, you cannot overeat something. Also, there are some people who have this tendency of overeating one thing every day. Some people will, for breakfast, you ask them what you have, they'll have oats every day. Because it's healthy. But always remember, don't eat something every day, don't eat the same thing. Sometimes you could develop an allergy to it and you're not aware probably of this allergy. Okay, so it could set off an inflammation. So always change and eat healthy fats. And when we say healthy fats, we're talking about omega-3, which is there in walnuts, flax seeds, fish oils. Yeah, and take antioxidants like he said. So your fresh fruits, your vegetables, all the dark colored, deep colored fruits and vegetables, they have a lot of antioxidants in them. No, now we'll go back to the bacteria. Yeah. Now bacteria, we all know that in your digestive system there is bacteria is present. There is the good and the bad. It's like always you have to aim for the good being more in number than the bad. It's always a thing of good should always outnumber the bad bacteria. Okay. Now the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, as the name suggests, the good one is always going to be good for your digestive system, and the bad one is the one that is going to make you do all the wrong things, crave for all the unhealthy things. So all your unhealthy cravings means the bad bacteria has increased. Okay, because the bad bacteria thrives on all these unhealthy things, all your saturated fats, deep fried, trans fats. So it wants that to survive and to flourish. So it'll kind of, it's like the devil, tells you to eat all the wrong things. Alright, so this bad bacteria, and how do you get the good bacteria? By eating your probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics is kind of, it adds on, the good bacteria in your system. And how do you get probiotics? The very popular marketing thing, curd, probiotic curd.
Kefir.
Yeah, kefir, yeah. So all these are good because they have bacteria, the good bacteria in them. And also, yeah, and what is prebiotics? It is something which will allow your good bacteria to flourish. So all your, again, your healthy food, all your healthy foods like whole grains, okay, your nuts, all the healthy foods, they are going to give you even things like onions, even ginger, even what is that, honey.
Even lettuce.
Yeah, all the vegetables, whole grains, they are prebiotic foods. And like people always say, don't take too much of antibiotics. There are people, anything happens, they just take antibiotics. Then they take anti-inflammatories, like little spray, little this, they'll take an enzoflam. Of course, sometimes even I do that. But then you have to be a little, don't do it all the time. Sometimes when you really feel you need it, there are some people, little bit, something happens and then they're just on medication. So and antacids. Those people who have acidity, I mean, the way they take antacids, like to cut out that acidity, instead of being a little careful with their diet and with their water intake and their meal timings, they just take a pill. It's very easy, there are a lot of people who come to me, at the end of the diet, especially diabetics and people with cholesterol, they say, madam, itna sab karne se ek tablet de do na, like, you know, instead of following all this diet and all that, is there a tablet? So then I explained to them, you know, you cannot rely on a tablet, because somewhere it does have its side effects. Any medicine has its side effects, okay? So you have to avoid the use of inflammatories, antacids, antibiotics, and you have to eat a high fiber, whole grain diet, avoid refined foods, processed foods, all the junk food, as we say, that has to be avoided. Of course, we all like that. You have to eat it sparingly, sometimes, and in small quantities. You know, you cannot live on them. There are people who live on it, na, day in and day out. And of course, use of probiotics and prebiotics. All right, now we will come to enough of my talking now. Today's practicals. Okay, now before we get into the exercise bit, like I said, for now let's focus on belly fat. Okay, belly fat, there are a lot of people who come to the gym and they will start doing 100 crunches every day. Day in and day out they do crunches, but nothing happens, and they even complain that, you know, my stomach is still the same. They go out and eat all the rubbish and then they come and do the crunches. That does not work. In fact, what will happen is they end up with back pain. You know, doing crunches every day, 100, 200 crunches, they end up with back pain. So that is not the way to exercise even your abs. Of course, you have to exercise your abdominal muscles, because with age they definitely weaken. So you have to strengthen them, you have to exercise, but not you know, like so thoughtlessly. When we talk about exercise for flat abs, or not even flat abs, but to lose belly fat, let's say, everybody does not want completely flat abs, but we all want to lose a certain amount of abdominal fat, because like I always said, at the end of the day, it is the one that will lead to diseases, metabolic disorders, exactly, heart diseases, diabetes, cholesterol, everything, yeah, thyroid. If any metabolic disorder is linked to abdominal fat. So it's not just vanity or wanting to look good, it's also like a health concern, no? So first is, when we talk about exercises, you always have to combine your workouts. You cannot just do only cardio, you cannot do only this. So resistance training, any form of, you know, yoga where you're using your body weight, or you use weights and exercise. Then specifically when you come to, why is resistance training important? When it comes to belly fat, what is the connection? I mean, if you do your leg muscles, I mean, if you work out your leg muscles, or if you work out your back muscles, how is it connected to belly fat? Okay, you know, when you increase your muscle mass, the amount of muscles in your body, your metabolism increases. Okay, so when your metabolism increases, your body, you start, you know, that fat, you start losing fat, because muscles are always, you know, something that needs a lot of calories. So they will use up that muscle fat for energy. So even when you are at rest, you will be burning fat.
But here, how will it ensure whether those fat, our body will consume that fast, or muscle mass is reduced?
During workouts?
In workout or in resistance training?
No, but then for that your diet is also important, na? You cannot come and do weight training on an empty stomach. Then you need a certain amount of protein intake.
How will you
No, I'm not saying that during your workout. It's not during workout. I'm saying generally when your muscle mass increases, no? See, as you keep doing weights, as your diet is, you know, you improve your diet, I mean, you take enough protein, so your muscle growth is there. So as your muscle is growing, there's more muscle growth, the amount of fat in your body is cut. So it's like the muscles use up the fat. It's not an overnight thing. It's it's over a period of time. Now cardio is something that will give you more instant results, you know, but then again, like I said, you can't do only cardio. You will end up losing muscles as well. Okay, so it would be like combining maybe 3 days of weight training, 2 days of cardio. Again, it depends on how much body fat you have to lose, but cardio is important. And of course abdominal exercises, which includes your different kinds of crunches and all sorts of things that people do, and core strengthening. We'll come to that. First he was going to demonstrate the abdominal exercises. We've kept it very simple so that even people who don't really exercise can follow it. I think we should form a circle now. Now, when you're coming up, you have to breathe out. Always remember, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. That's very important when you're doing your abdominal exercises. Yeah. Come, try it.
This is alright for the back. It's like not.
Do you have a lower back issue?
It came up suddenly, it went off also.
You have to be a little careful.
Careful.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Who will come? Come, no? Acha, you will come. Okay.
Real candidate.
Real candidate.
How many times?
3 times.
Yeah, but no, not thrice. You have to do it. No, you have to start. See, you have to build up slowly. Like for someone who's never done it, maybe he'll do 5 and then want to take a break. Some people will do it continuously for 100 crunches. So it all depends. Gradually you have to build up.
Gradually.
Yeah.
After 4-5 days he'll get better. 15
Yeah.
days again. Slowly.
So maybe the first day probably you'll do 5 or 6. It depends on each one's capacity.
Have to breathe first, no?
No, you don't have to breathe first. You breathe and you breathe out when you're coming up. Breathe out. No, breathe in, out. Exhale. No, through your mouth like that. Yeah. See, now he cannot come up also much, but that's okay. Yeah. Because you cannot force yourself to come up, because then your lower back, you have to be careful of that as well.
It must try a little more, no?
Now while coming
Or we
upstairs.
come with practice.
No, it will come with practice. Huh? You come and show. I don't want him to suddenly go with a catch in his lower back. Huh?
हाँ, ये मसल पे होता है. हाँ मैडम, while coming up.
Acha, okay. Yeah, coming up you breathe. This is on, no?
Coming up.
Yeah, breathe out.
Breathe out or in?
Out.
Out. आपको ऊपर आने के बाद में छोड़ देना. Exhalation.
Exhale and through the mouth. You have to breathe out through the mouth while exercising. Yeah, that's the way. So everybody should know you're exercising, no? He's not used to it. Breathe out. No. But you breathe out through your mouth. Yeah. Of course. But good, at least he will do this every day. Yeah. Yeah, anytime, even you can do it as long as you're not full. Yeah, as long as you're not feeling full. Yeah. Okay, enough.
Good.
Come.
Go home.
Come.
Don't recognize you at home.
Yeah. Okay. You want to try, no? Come, no? Acha, 1 minute, just switch it off. Amrita. Yeah.
एक्सरसाइज करते तो ऑटोमेटिकली हील होता ही है.
नहीं, अगर वो ऐसे नहीं करते हैं ना तो फिर you will not be able to exercise properly. If you don't do your breathing is not proper ना, after a few counts you won't be able to continue.
क्रम्प है.
हाँ. That is obviously because your muscles have been sleeping, no? They're asleep. Suddenly you woke them up. No, that will happen.
Your muscle is now responding.
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 Just come out of the problem.
Coming out of it is
Yeah.
only one exercise.
No, there are more. Yeah.
15, 50.
Okay, next one.
40, 50.
No.
50.
This I know.
40.
Okay, now the next one. So your right elbow to the left knee.
Maybe lift your feet.
Yeah.
But that is like a cycling. That's it.
No, that is different. Okay, anyone wants to come and do this?
I'm going to
Come, come. Okay, he's going to try. He's like determined. But don't go back with a cramp or a backache, huh? Do it, take it easy. Breathe out. Yeah. Obliques, yeah. Breathe out. Breathe out when you're coming up. Yeah, that's right. Breathe out. Breathe out. Yes, that's right. Breathe out. Yeah, he's getting it now. The breathing is getting right. Okay, now you want to try? Come, come. That's okay. Let your shoes be on. No? She's come all prepared. Yeah.
But all over rested, but stomach is so much, my belly.
You should watch why burn that belly fat. You should eat right. Yeah.
She's flexible.
She's flexible because she's working out, no?
I love to exercise.
But she loves to eat as well.
I love to eat also.
Oh, 20 years. After 20 years. So today
Okay.
today is your good day to start.
ये मैं करूँगा तो मॉर्निंग में मेरे को याद रहेगा क्या किया था करके इसलिए मैं प्रैक्टिकली कर रहा हूँ
No, that's good. Anyone else wants to do this? Or we move on to the next one? Okay, next one.
Cover more.
Okay,
This is
okay.
very easy and effective.
Yeah, this is very effective. This one is even more effective. Yeah, he also says that. Breathe out. Focus on your breathing, huh? Breathing out. Otherwise, you won't be able to continue. Okay. Now you understood?
One is knee, one
Okay.
is ankle.
Yeah.
one is knee one is
No, nothing. She's talking about the previous exercise.
These are 15, 15, 15. Depending, I mean, slowly.
You can do 20, 25. Yeah, of
But
course.
this
You can
abs
go
we
on.
should do 4 times a week.
No, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. No, not every day. Not every day. Okay, start. Breathe out. Breathe out, yes. He's getting it now. From tomorrow will be exercise. I think next off when he comes, he'll come like this. Opposite leg and hand. Right leg, huh? Yeah. First time it's always a little confusing, that coordination. But it's okay, he's doing it well. I think now he's going to exercise at home. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Diet 90%. साथ नहीं 90%. आगे diet, पीछे exercise. No, that's an excuse. Indian food is very healthy. We make it unhealthy. And then we say that our food is like that.
10 more of types.
Yeah. Okay, next one. This is the Superman. Again, very effective. Yeah.
But he goes for the lower back also.
Yeah. Breathe out. Breathing out is very important.
This is Naukasan, no?
I don't know the yoga names. I think. No, I don't think this is Naukasan.
Naukasan actually catch hold of this
We
thing.
do Shalabhasan, no Salabhasan.
Shalabhasan.
Stay with the legs.
Shalabhasan only leg.
Okay.
And then we do with
Come, what's your name?
Okay.
Sundaram. Okay, come, now his turn.
अभी तक कभी सोया नहीं सब केवल ट्राई करता बस
खाना खा के टाइम हो गया ना आपका?
He's an enthusiastic volunteer. Yeah, take it slow. Don't overdo it. Tomorrow he'll end up with muscle cramps. But good, at least he's learning so that breathe out when you're coming up.
ऊपर का
Yeah, yeah. When you're coming up, breathe out. Okay, I think.
बस
बस बस
enough enough
थोड़ा
do it
Yeah. For someone who's not, he's. आपने पहले एक्सरसाइज किया है? नहीं किया है, कभी नहीं किया?
तो 20 साल
20 साल पहले,
25,
ओके।
25 साल
अच्छा, स्कूल में पीटे में किया था।
किया था
Okay, now this is also very good. Now first is straight. Okay? The faster you do, the more counts you do. Okay, now cross. Yeah, then this also exercises your, strengthens your arms, shoulders. Okay, now side.
अच्छा ओके
Yeah,
हाँ ये तो पूरा टमी को एक्सरसाइज होता है
it's very good.
वो एक मशीनरी मिलता है ना वो अच्छा
ओके
कुछ करते हैं
नहीं नहीं मशीन से कुछ नहीं होता है मशीन काम करता है आप कुछ नहीं करते ओनली द मशीन वर्क्स आई नो
अभी तक थक गया
दो तीन
Slowly, हाँ, slowly.
वेरी गुड
या ओके नाउ क्रॉस ओके नाउ साइड ओके ओके गुड
5 किलो कम हो गया
ऐसे नहीं कम होता है 1 इंच भी नहीं जाता
नहीं डोंट डिस्करेज हिम आई नो
5 इंच अंदर गया
ओके ना
क्या होता है जब एक्सरसाइज करते then you
थॉट कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी जा रहा है मेल्ट हो रहा है
see psychologically fat is already started melting so that's a good start okay next okay next one the flutter kicks breathe yeah it's difficult okay yeah so this is working on your stomach your abdominal muscles and keep your breathing normal don't hold your breath normal in out you have to keep it yeah even if you're uncomfortable you can keep something below your neck yeah it depends okay now either you can lie down on a bench and do that that's a little more advanced or you can do it on the floor like this but you have to do it a little slowly yeah
this is like Shalabhasana I think
See, all activity is compulsory.
Shalabhasana
Both chemically it is body exercise.
okay come Sundaram come your turn now
Which is the first one?
okay you are not paying attention huh हाँ, वो इसके लिए कर ले breathe normal don't hold your breath okay pretty good now for someone who's exercised 20 years back
The exercise just 2 minutes back.
yeah okay now ulta again
On your stomach.
on your stomach
अभी real working on stomach
Down, head is down.
you can keep your head on your
Head on your
yeah you can rest it
Very good.
don't bend your knees don't bend at the knees yeah lift your leg up straight okay enough
बाकी है
all right next one वो bottle ले हाँ अरे ले और ये कर
हाथ में बॉटल चाहिए
I've got this bottle.
no it's okay you can hold maybe a weight or even a ball if you can even hold a bottle if you don't at home if people don't have anything you can hold a water bottle in your hand anything with little weight Yeah, with little weight. Initially you can start like this. Breathe out. Both the. Okay, this is easy. Come.
We don't know where it is, yeah. Where this is and where this is.
Out, breathe out. And turn your body.
Fast learner.
Fast, quick learner. See, when you've exercised at some point in time, no, it's always easy to pick up rather than someone who's never exercised, you know. Okay.
Relax.
His wife will ask him where he'd gone today. Okay.
Next to come for the six pack.
Six pack, yeah. Okay, Tawhid, sit. Alright, now 2-minute break for him also. Now, who asked me the question whether we have to do ab work exercise? Now, abdominal muscles, any muscle, you don't have to work it out every day. Even if you're working out maybe your legs or your chest, you work it out like once a week or maximum twice a week. There are some people, but not on 2 consecutive days. You know, always you have to give it a rest, because a gap, like, you know, your exercise, because abdominal muscles are also muscles. You know, we forget that it's a muscle. We just think of abdomen as stomach, fat or something like that. It's a muscle. So any muscle you cannot exercise every day, because it will be ineffective also, your workout. Also, when you're working out a muscle, you have to give it 1 day, 24 hours at least for recovery. Alright, so now also coming to this abdominal muscles, your ab workouts, you don't even have to do it every day, or every day is out of the question. Even alternate day you don't need to do it, because what is more important than working out just the abdominal muscles is working out your core muscles. Do you work out your core muscles? No.
It's through the back also.
Yeah.
Mixture.
Yeah.
It's all whole body. You can't just do the spot reduction. Please.
Yeah, of course, no spot reduction, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, when people think of...
if you have then the strong...
No, that is your back workout, that is different. But when we talk about abdominal exercises, everybody talks about crunches or the obliques, you know, like what he was doing, like right to left, left to right, that are different kinds. But what is also important, more important than even working out your abs, is working out or exercising your core muscles, or you're strengthening your core muscles. Now, first of all, what is core muscles? Now, we had done core muscles a little time back when I was talking about the back. Okay. Now, core muscles, what you can see, this grey, you can see everything grey, those are your core muscles. It's like, you know, some women, I mean, they wear those body shapers and they wear that corset. You know, when they have a loose tummy or when they have loose fat, they want to look like, you know, like the figure has to look good. So they wear these body shapers, which are very expensive. And also, like, they wear those, what else? The corsets, you know, what people wore when they were...
those tight...
Yeah. It's like, you know, it's kind of, those Victorian era, you know, they wore the corset. So this is like the natural corset or the body shaper, okay? Which, of course, comes with a little work. It does not, you cannot go and get... People, even people who exercise, do you do your planks? Okay, you do your plank, okay? So that is all part of core strengthening. We'll come to the series of exercises, but even if you're not exercising, you can still exercise your core muscle, even if you're not going to the gym, or if you're not kind of doing any formal exercise, you can still exercise your core muscles simply by just being aware of your posture. You know, like you always say, no, suck your tummy in, push your navel as close to your backbone. So that is doing nothing but
that is core.
Yes, that is
I do that.
Yes.
But I do, I think thrice a week. It's okay.
It's okay, but even
for a short time.
Yeah.
It's like just pulling.
Yeah, just pulling. That is still an advanced stage. But even just standing and, you know, just pushing, no, not even doing that, not even, that is fine, that's an exercise. But I'm just saying, when you're standing, just stand erect, pull your tummy in and stand. You know, it improves your posture. you look better rather than having a droopy posture, you know. So you, but at the same time, what is also happening is your core muscle is getting strengthened just by doing that.
Just like
Yeah. Also, you know, like if you hang from a bar or something like that, and your tummy gets pulled in, so that is also your core muscle strengthening. So even if you are not doing it, there are some people who probably just go and they just hang, you know, like every day they just have this, it's a routine thing, they don't like to exercise. Probably they just do a few dips or push-ups and then they hang from a bar. So it's somewhere, probably they're aware of it or they're not aware of it, but their core muscle is getting strengthened. Whenever you're pulling your tummy in, you're sucking your tummy in, you know, like they always say, the natural posture should be where your tummy is sucked in. Alright, so that is exercising your core muscles. Plus, more kind of the first step would be, you know, trying to balance yourself on one foot. You know, just standing on one foot. That is also strengthening your core muscles. Okay, who will come and stand on one foot? Come. Okay, come. Let him, since he's so...
Okay, you can stand in your place and...
After you.
I can do it by closing your eyes.
Okay. You can do that. Okay. Without doing that, just keep your leg off the ground.
नहीं, this leg छोड़ के leg
leg ऐसे.
अभी ऊपर. That's good. Yes, good. Good balance.
Hold hands.
So this helps with the
This helps, yeah. Just balancing yourself on one foot.
This helps.
Okay. Now,
Next.
Next.
नहीं अभी इधर आओ. नहीं है.
he's a fitness person. Sometimes you can go to the gym and just do this for 5 minutes. You know?
Closing eye is difficult actually.
Yeah.
Build it up to 5
You
minutes.
know,
Yeah.
somebody told me by closing eye, if you do it, it's a
It's
your
more
nervous
difficult.
system strengthens.
Concentration. You have to
Yeah.
concentrate.
Nervous system also.
You are basically alert.
Nervous system.
And also, you know, in the gym, if you have that, you know, the ghost one, that
Yeah, the
semi,
yeah.
not the round one, but the half one, you can stand on that also and try balancing. That, of course, so that also strengthens your core muscles. But that I didn't show because
It's easy.
everybody doesn't go to the gym.
Yeah, I have access to it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, your core muscles, your abdominal muscles, core muscles, they weaken with age. So you've got to strengthen them. And you don't have to do it every day. Even if you do it once a week, but do it properly, that's good enough. Once a week you do core, once a week you do abs, that's good enough. Plus, of course, combined with your diet. And your posture, you look better. And you know, like when people say that their abs are flabby, they say it's, of course, body fat, but also they say my stomach is very loose. That's, you have to strengthen your core muscles. Yeah, this is what I just said. Be aware of your posture, stand straight, suck your tummy in, stand on one foot. Okay, now we start with the exercises.
This is a difficult one.
Yeah, this is a little difficult because you're, but again it works out your entire body.
When I went Abhi, for 1 month I'm doing this, I couldn't do it at all. I could just do it for
Yeah.
1 second.
You have to
Now
build it
it's
up.
like
Getting
little better.
And also when you're doing this, focus on your core. Yeah? Don't just let your tummy just fall like that. Hold it tight. Because this way you're strengthening your core muscles. Okay, who wants to come and try it now? You want to come?
You have to do it. No?
Okay, first let him do it. Yeah, and in this you have to remember, don't raise your hips. Your body should be kind of parallel to the floor. Yeah.
Little.
There are some people who, you know, push their hips out. That is a different exercise, but even when they're doing plank, the hip is
Should
kind
be
of pushed
level,
up. Yeah.
like a plank.
Yeah, should be like a plank. This is actually the beginning of your core workout. But actually this is the toughest.
Very tough. He's doing it for so well.
Yeah.
You see in the books and all, the first shoulders and then you get put off. You want to turn the page.
Yeah, that's true. But I said, like, you know, like I said, easy way, just sucking the tummy in, then also standing on one foot. This kind of thing you can start with, you know. Yeah, your hips. Yeah. The body should be parallel, that's right, yeah. And breathing normal. And tummy, hold it tight.
Only focusing on tummy, that's all.
Yeah. And see, it strengthens your shoulder muscles, obliques, all these muscles are strengthened. Okay. No one else wants to try this.
Next.
I don't know whether I will be able to do it.
I'll try.
Okay. Okay, you try later.
Later.
Let me try, I don't know.
Okay, try.
They'll have to keep switching it off.
Okay, and at the end, after this.
I couldn't get to the floor. I'm now able to get to the floor.
Your hips down.
Little down.
Down. Yeah, that's right.
My headphones are up, I think so.
No.
It was a little too high.
For a beginner,
For a beginner,
fantastic.
but very good. Yeah. He's exercising. Just saying that I don't exercise and I've exercised 20 years back and all that.
I'm actually really addict.
Huh?
I was actually addict for 20 years.
Okay.
Actually,
Acha, so
See,
now
that's a good
exercise.
it's very good. Yeah, so actually if you
It's like a
get into your-
hanger.
yeah, if you actually get into exercising, you will get out of it completely. Exercise itself is an addiction, you know. So you will forget all your other addictions. If you
What is
get
the
that.
next?
Okay, the next one. Now the side. See this.
wow.
This is difficult.
Yeah, it's a little, it comes with
You
practice.
put it up in your room like that. The weight is your.
Come.
Come.
Both sides.
Tera bari.
Yeah, both sides you have to do, huh? His body is turning a little to the left. All the time, tummy sucked in and normal breathing. Yeah, not bad, huh?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very well.
Good. Let's
Well
see the
tried.
other side. Let him do the other side.
Yes, you all the fat on the floor now.
Do it for some time. Huh?
Leave your fat here.
ठीक है.
Okay.
ठीक है. Good.
Tomorrow you can put some style into it. Like the picture.
You don't do this?
This one I don't do.
Try, no? Just focus on the quads and this balance. Yeah, very
Hand
good.
on the hip.
That's okay. She can keep it down also. That's not a problem. As you get advanced, then you know, like you can even raise your hand. Initially, you can take the support.
Okay.
Okay. Other side. Now tomorrow you do this in a
Hand is not correct. Support hand. Support hand. Let go.
That's okay. Shoulder. Okay, good. Yes. But you have to
many
protect
times?
us.
You have to keep it up.
How many do it? Once, twice, thrice. Keep increasing gradually. And then more than how many times the time that you need.
Keep
But
it
these are all
holding it.
weekly once or twice.
You can do it once, twice. But then the thing is, you know, like initially you may do it for 30 seconds, you hold. Then 1 minute. So you have to increase the time also.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the balancing table.
Achha,
Getting
only on
advanced
one
now.
side.
Yeah. So your left hand, right leg.
This one
Again
I
it's
do.
the opposite. Yeah.
Achha, okay.
Ah.
I do the catch pose and then I do this.
This is
Makrasana.
also for
Marchal.
Makrasana.
This is easier than the
Yeah.
previous.
yeah. This is also very good. I'm just trying to okay. Demo.
He's got a full workout today.
Yeah, he got a full workout. I think tomorrow he'll go and join a gym and start working out. Legs straight. Yeah, very good.
Very good, very good.
Okay. Left hand. Good. Very good. Good balance. Okay. And as you progress, then you can stand and do this, huh? One leg off and one hand in the front. You can do that.
I think standing is easier.
You also do this, huh?
Standing will be easier.
No.
She said-
Kneeling is easier comparatively. Like this.
Oh, acha.
Yeah, this way as well. But this way.
Unless it takes support.
Yeah, you
No,
can
you can't take
support
it.
initially you can.
can.
Initially you can. Just lightly you can just hold. But this is later you can once you go from this level to this level.
Kids do it so easily.
Kids are supposed to do.
Yeah. So all the time hold this tight so that will come. Let me do this.
इसको पकड़ के करो.
अच्छा है.
Yeah.
No, she's doing the first with the kneeling now.
Okay.
नहीं, what I mean, why पकड़ के तो कभी balance
हाँ.
किया तो you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
She's a pro.
I wish my diet also would be like that. No, I'm working towards it, so that's okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now try the standing one. If you want, you can stand in front of the wall. Just
हाँ,
like this.
yes.
No.
नहीं और
थोड़ा और.
थोड़ा पास हो
Just take the wall, it should
If you
take the
fall
wall.
back,
If
you
you
can
lose balance.
You can. If you lose balance, you can.
You require practice and concentration. Yeah, concentration is required in core strength.
Yeah, concentration.
Yeah, it's not like abs where you actually have to work out. You know, the days I feel lazy, I say, okay, today I'm doing core strengthening, because you don't have to really work, but you just have to concentrate and focus. You know, so there are days when you don't want to feel like
It's
walking.
an anti-aging
Exactly. Or any exercise.
This, you know, for the mind.
Yeah.
Even doctors ask you to stand on one foot.
Good.
Good, good.
Very good, yeah.
Not bad. Okay, next one.
He's a natural, no?
Yeah.
Good day. Sit-ups.
No, this is again very effective.
This is also difficult.
Yeah. It all begins from standing straight with your tummy sucked in. That is the beginning, you know. Then this
I
is
always
all.
stand with my posture.
You're not, so consciously now do that, you know. Once you do that, maybe for some time you'll have to consciously do it, then it becomes a practice.
Habit.
Yeah, then it becomes a habit, you know. Initially you have to consciously tell yourself. Okay.
It's putting a strain on his
Don't
breathing.
strain yourself.
Enough.
You should have a workout class over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, they come to that. You come and teach them.
This is also difficult.
Starting class.
Yeah.
You want to
This is
sign up?
bridge,
She's
very
starting a class here.
yeah, but again very effective.
Very good.
For
Back
knees
pain
also.
it's very
Yeah, this is very good for
That was
that.
given for
and very
knees
simple.
also.
Yeah, very simple. You
Even
can make it
senior
a little
citizen.
more advanced by keeping taking one leg off the floor.
Achha.
You can do that. This is a little advanced. But in the beginning stage, you can just do this. That's good enough.
Bridge.
When you have back pain, then up, down, up, down. But instead of doing your core strengthening, then you hold.
आराम से करो. Be careful.
आराम से.
This relieves any pain or
In
if your abs, you strain anything, it relieves everything.
Abs also?
Also abs.
Yes,
More
right
the back.
hand. Yeah,
Okay.
It works more on the back and your core. Breathe normal, breathe normal.
I was given for knee.
This?
So knee.
Knee can hold.
Maybe hamstring.
वीरभद्र ना
He is only good.
and one of the stage of Surya Namaskar also.
This is little different.
Yeah. Surya Namaskar is excellent. Change.
Next leg, next leg.
This is comparatively easy also.
He's working on a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
And determined also to do.
This is
That is the main thing. You have to first make up your mind.
Correct.
Yeah, it all
Then
starts
everything.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, now three different this.
okay.
Now raise the leg.
Oh,
The heels.
And next is sit down straight. And hold.
the toughest.
Once you do it, it's done.
Good for everything. I think knee, this
Yeah.
calf muscle also.
And all the time focus on this.
Focus on. ये संभाल के करना धीरे करके खाली देखो. Oh, good.
How is it there?
Toes.
Slightly, slowly, very slow, very slow, very slow, very slow, very slow. Recall, recall. The नीचे थोड़ा नीचे, very. बस ज़्यादा ज़्यादा
Good, good. Very good.
बस enough. Good.
Very good.
Completely.
Olympics में next Olympics में जाने का क्या?
Okay, now this is the door pose. This is actually fun.
You also was, tell audience.
This is Surya Namaskar.
You also good.
This is one of the pose.
One of the pose. We do Surya Namaskar, all comes.
Yeah. But then what happens there? You hold it for little time. No? You don't hold it for so long. Here
This
it's
is part
more.
of Surya Namaskar.
Yeah, all of them are part of it. But then here you're holding it specifically. You're holding it for longer. No? Okay, one leg off. Now this also you can do it a little advanced.
Oh.
Wow. Beautiful.
Okay, left.
Should you ask me a question?
Huh?
Just how many you have? 10, 6.
थोड़ा मुंडे नीचे.
You let it be because he's not used to.
Like
And if he has the low
This
BPS, the
is
high
very
BP, yeah.
that. Next one.
Next leg.
आज work किया ना 1 week don't
I
exercise.
have high BP. So some say do this, some say don't do this. But anything where your head is lower than your body, you should be careful. Avoid. Avoid it. Yeah. Because you never know, you might feel.
Including Sharshasan. Sharshasan.
Yeah.
हाँ किसी को बीपी है ये
She
तो ये
has high BP, so it's better to avoid
Knowingly,
any position
unknowingly
where
you-
your head is
Head is
lower than
low.
your body.
या वर्टिगो है.
All the inverted poses and all mana karke.
Yeah, even when you're doing the bench press, the incline,
This is also one of the, I think, 5 Tibetan ways.
5 Tibetan, yes.
This again works out your core very well,
Reverse plank.
plus your arms, your shoulders.
How do you start?
Teaching.
How do you
No, I don't know. I did it. And
Breathing normal.
very simple.
Okay. You want to do?
I'll try it. I used to do the Tibetan rites long back. Oh, I'll try. No, that's it.
Hips higher.
Now the stomach should go in, no?
Yeah. Hold the stomach tight. Should be like this, like a table.
Table, this will be like, it's okay. Forever.
Ah, good. This I can do. There's nothing in this.
This you can. But again, don't throw your head back. You might against the
That's okay, that's okay. You can go to that is straight.
Breathing normal, breathing normal. Don't hold your breath here. Starting, this is not bad. Then you can, yeah.
Still very flexible.
Yeah. And
Thank you very much.
that's the end.
Thank you very much.
This is your
Amazing,
website?
thank you very much.
This is your website? That
Yeah.
manager of Thank God.
So God bless.
Thank you.